My wife made a promise to me that we would live our best lives together, but then ended up cheating on me on her business trip, so I left her and went on to enjoy the life we had imagined while she was filled with regret. I would like to apologize for my bad English as it is not my first language. First time posting here after seeing many posts and thought maybe this is where I soon to be ex-wife, 28F, for 7 years married for 5. Due to our job specialties, we never planned to have kids, but we did have lots of great plans for the future and we never disagreed on any future blueprints or direction we wanted to go. During 7 years of our relationship, she started with her new job this February and she met this coworker, 38 meters, from the job. She came back home after 2 weeks of indoc training and I found out she started chatting a lot with this guy. I was never a jealous person, and I know that she has always been surrounded with guys due to our job situation. The majority of workers in our industry are males. I never questioned her loyalty or boundaries because I trusted her, but I realized she started texting with him personally a lot. I brought it up 2 times in March. She kept reassuring me that he's the guy I don't have to worry about, he's just her friend. It happens to be they have lots of common topics to chat about, they're both Christians, so they talked a lot about the Bible. I'm not religious. She said she has no problem stopping talking to this guy again if I don't feel comfortable, but I knew they were going to training again at the end of March. I knew it was impossible, so I didn't stop her. I asked her if she's happy in this marriage or even before this event. I would constantly check on her to see if there's anything I could improve or just see if she's doing okay in this marriage. I never got any kind of negative feedback. Even up to mid-March, she was still saying I'm the best thing that happened in her life. Fast forward to the end of March, she was leaving somewhere else for her job training for her new job again for a month. In the first couple of days she was in training, everything was fine and the interactions between us were normal. After the first week, we started fighting a lot. Part of me, I have to admit it was my fault because I was going through some stuff in my life and I was being pretty emotional, but I also started feeling like she started becoming distant and having some strange ideas about the future that didn't even sound like things she would say. It made me feel weird and we barely argued over anything. I can't even remember when our last really big fight was before April. I felt bad for having to argue with her over things during her training because I know how important it was for her, but mainly we were fighting over her not keeping the boundary between her and the guy. I knew for a fact that he was pursuing her. Finally, she brought up that she needs some space and time to think about our relationship in the future. She told me she still loves me, but it's not the same anymore. I was in lots of confusion, but I respected her and gave her some time because at that moment I didn't really know what was going on. Shortly after a couple of days, she brought up divorce over FaceTime. My world collapsed, and at that moment, I still had no idea what was going on, but I had a gut feeling she might be leaving with the person. Finally, she comes back home in mid-May. I went to the airport to pick her up. When I saw her, I immediately knew that she's not the person I knew. She wouldn't even give me a hug at the airport after a month and a half of not seeing each other. She came home and didn't even unpack her luggage the first night she came home. She looked into my eyes and straight told me she wants out, she wants a divorce, and she doesn't love me anymore. That first night was hard and I was hurt so much, but I was holding on to the hope that maybe I disappointed her during my emotional waves and our arguments, so I was trying to sort things out. The next day, she suddenly became a different person. She claimed that she wants to clean the house for me and let's create a nice memory for the last couple of days before she leaves. I knew it sounded weird and I felt she was lying about lots of stuff and holding back from me, so I went through her phone for the first time in 7 years. I found out before she came back, she was already in a relationship and signed the lease with the guy to move in together. At this moment, it was only a month and a half from when she left home at the end of March. She said to the guy she's willing to give up everything for him to start all over again. I feel really bad to go over her phone because I have never done such a thing in our relationship and I felt that I have crossed the line, but at the moment I decided to take screenshots of their conversations and pretended nothing happened just to see how far she would push for all these lies she had told me. The rest of the days, I kept asking her questions related to her and this person, and of course, I never got any truthful answers. So that night, when we were talking, finally I got irritated enough, I started questioning her and got mad. She started blaming me for my issues and that's why we can never be together. She was lying until the very last moment, even when we were having some heated arguments. She then decided to leave that night. The first thing after she left, I sent her all the screenshots I had and told her I already knew everything. It was just that I was really trying to see how far she would push this thing. She said they only started their relationship after she brought up divorce, so it's not cheating. She also told me she has been wanting out for the longest time, just waiting for the right moment because I'm very controlling. This was news to me as I had never done anything like that. She just wanted an excuse to leave me after cheating and to put the blame on me. Seeing her leave and knowing that might be the last time I see this person in my life might be one of the hardest things to see in my life. Until the very last moment, I was almost just asking her to be honest with me and give this marriage some respect. She was the greatest wife for 7 years. I don't understand how she could have changed in such a short period of time, and that until this day still leaves me with lots of confusion and questions. I know all the past and the love she had for me was real, but how could that just disappear like that?